Here we are on Memorial Day, having a little update on the garden. You can see now we have big blueberries. There is a really big variegated pink lemon. The navel orange tree looks like there are a few oranges on the way. And the mandarin also has some small mandarins on the way. These green olives are getting bigger. The pomegranates are in full bloom. Look at how many blossoms are on this pomegranate tree. The mango tree has these little teeny tiny fruits just beginning. I'm curious as to how big they'll get. This Desert King fig tree has figs at all stages of development. The kumquat tree is mostly barren as we've eaten nearly all of the sweet fruits. This small kumquat tree, called the Centennial Variegated Kumquat, tastes like limes, and it has several fruits on it. This Meyer lemon has several fruits developing. It's doing very well. The first wave of bush beans that I planted is blossoming and will soon be bearing beans. Take a look at those blossoms. The apples are getting bigger and bigger. And just look at those blackberries. They're at all stages of development. There's even a blossom. Can you find the dark blackberries? Remember the little teeny grapes? Well, they're still small, but they're definitely growing. Here are the melons that I planted, beginning to thrive in the sunshine. And these zucchini have really taken off. This box used to have my snap peas. I pulled them out a couple weeks ago and left the carrots in the center. I reseeded with purple beans, and as you can see, the beans are starting to shoot up. Here's something interesting about the beans. I planted mostly purple beans, and you can see that the stalk and little leaflets here are purple. But I planted a few yellow beans, and here you can see a difference in the stalk between the two. The strawberries are still bearing. They're even still blossoming. But these are my shelling peas, and you can see by how brown and yellow they are that they are on their way out. I will leave the carrots that are growing with the shelling peas, but probably sometime this week the shelling peas will come out and some beans will go in. Remember when we planted tomatillos and tomatoes? Well, here they are. They're flourishing in the sunshine. They're growing at different rates. And the tomatoes I planted earlier are blossoming with their yellow blossoms to invite the pollinators. Here the snow peas have a little more time to bear before they're finished. But these daikon radishes are enormous and beginning to shoot their flowers up. I need to pick them very soon. The carrots along this bank are growing very well. And there is a lone marigold in the sunshine. The flowers on the side are brightly arrayed. You can see the different colors of geraniums, the Gerbera daisies, and some green trumpet vine, which is beginning to show up. I keep the trumpet vine well trimmed so that it does not overpower the other beautiful flowers in my garden. Finally, I've done some work at the end, and here I've cleared so many weeds from my lavender. This corner is a mix of many different flowers, as I've decided to just throw nasturtium seeds out here to see what takes. In the back, you can see some wild fennel has taken root. And there are some salmon geraniums, making this corner with the English ivy behind much more beautiful. This lily is blooming nicely next to a lilac bush, which is not yet in bloom, but which has many buds. The daffodils and hyacinths have long since stopped blooming, but their green stems and leaves continue to photosynthesize, providing energy for the bulb growing beneath the soil. It will help the bloom be bigger next year as they photosynthesize now. Here is that sad carambola tree, the starfruit. It still hasn't flowered again, but you can see it's getting new growth. The fingerling lime continues to blossom. I'll be curious if I get any fruit off of it. And back here in the corner, I still need to repot that giant dragon fruit cactus. Older nasturtiums are dying back, but new ones continue to pop forward. And the borage I transplanted has taken root and is attracting many pollinators. Thank you for joining me in my garden tour update.